Hi YouTube, it's me. I've been up awake for like 3 hours now. It's a little after 6 in the morning. I was tossing and turning in my bed. I could not sleep for the day of me with this fibromyalgia. I still want to draw awareness of it and also the Lyme. Um, but it's an all over pain. This is an everyday struggle, not being able to sleep because you just can't find yourself to get comfortable. The pain is all over. It's not localized in one central area. Um, it's just really exhausting. Um, and then I guess with the lack of sleep, you kind of like develop. So, like each symptom, there's other sub symptoms that come with that one symptom. So there's like so many symptoms with fibromyalgia. Um, you're in so much pain that when you try to sleep, you can't sleep because you just can't find yourself to get comfortable. So with the lack of sleep develops other symptoms, like you like the fiber fog because you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, and then like the confusion because of the adequate amount of sleep. The lack of concentration because of the lack of no sleep. Then you're in so much pain, you don't want to move. So you develop stiffness. And then, stiffness, and then you're like, my bones crack because I'm like so stiff, I just don't want to move because I'm just afraid that if I move, I'm going to develop more pain. It's just so many things. And then it's like the headache. The headache is because as part of the fibromyalgia, you know what I mean? Like, and then also because you're not getting enough adequate amount of sleep, and then it's just you get headaches, period. You know what I mean? Like, and then your stomach starts hurting. Then you don't want to. Then you don't want to really eat, and then like you don't want to like eat, and then I already have the GERD, so then the GERD gets worse, um, and stuff like that. So it's just like, and then like your nose, like your smell gets more sensitive, and then like any little weird odor might cause you to get a headache. There's certain smells that I was able to smell when I was younger. Now I can't. Like I used to be able to go to a gas station, I used to like sniff up the gas and I used to love it, but I can't even smell that because it gets me nauseous and I get a headache. Diesel was the same way. I can't. Turpentine, I was able to. I can't. So there's a lot of like things that start happening because of like certain things manifest other stuff. Um, I have sensitivity to light. There was a day that I went in the car and the sun hit me, and then I started getting like the sunspots, like when you stare at the sun and then you see that this black spot and whatever, and then you see it for a while. The sun glared at me, and then I ended up getting a headache. And then now I'm noticing that I get headaches with the sun glare. And then like the sun is just like it's so strong, and before it wasn't. So there's a lot of things that have been that people don't understand with fibromyalgia. They just think it's like, oh, you just have pain. It's more than just the pain, but the pain is, I guess, like the main thing, if you want to say. But then there's other stuff that I think it's main. I think everything is main, but like for everybody else, it's just like pain all over. But it's more than pain. It's like the nausea, the headaches, the fiber fog, the and then also like the forgetfulness, like because you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, so you're forgetting, like, and you're like, and then I'm finding myself going on my Google Calendar and trying every appointment, writing everything down because I'm like winding up forgetting things, like, and then I have to remind myself, and there's times that I've forgotten stuff. So it's just so many things. I'm so tired. I feel tired, but I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. And then I always wind up waking up, and it's like weird because I always wind up waking up around it's like around the same time and stuff like that. And then I have like other health issues, besides the fibromyalgia and the Lyme, because the Lyme makes the fibromyalgia worse because it's like, the Lyme, you get like other stuff. Because I have like muscle spasms. And then a couple years ago, I lost the ability to properly talk. I couldn't really walk. I was just shaking. I was using a walker. I couldn't really walk. It's not something that I would wish upon anyone. And then, like I said, I have the GERD, and then I have like the vocal cord, this thing that it's like I have like in my throat, where my vocal cords don't work right or whatever. So I had to get like all that, and they're thinking like that was like the onset of like something else. And then I have like the tinnitus, the ringing in my ear. So I'm just really not a healthy person. And this is why in my channel, I always advocate, and I advocate strongly to not judge others. And you might bump into me out in public and think that, oh, she's completely healthy, there's nothing wrong with her. But you just never know the struggles of someone. Everybody has their struggles, everybody has their trials and tribulations and stuff like that. This is why I always like really emphasize in being kind and having awareness of others, and give a lending hand, because you just never know what somebody's going through. I personally go through a lot. And I was on the phone with my mom like 2 days ago, and I was this flare up is so bad this week that I just started crying to her. Because it's just, what is one to do? My mom just told me it's good to cry because then you'll make you feel better later and everything like that. And stuff like that. And like I said, there's other days that I feel a whole lot better. Like I'm feeling a little bit good, but this week it's really bad. Like I could feel it like right now, I just felt like a bad pressure in my back. Like it hurts. Like I just turned my head and I feel it. Like I feel the pain. Like I feel the pain in my fingers. Like on my, I feel like I have like bad carpal tunnel. My quads, it's like a deep tissue pain. It's just like, it's so weird. I feel like I got ran over by a truck. Like I got into a severe car accident, and I have a severe whiplash. And they said like fibromyalgia affects more women than it does men, but some men do have fibromyalgia, but it affects more women. And it says that if you had past trauma in your life, like if you were like a victim of sexual assault or like if you were raped, molested, or like a sudden death, or if you were like a somebody that was subject of like child abuse, or like any kind of like trauma in your past, it can manifest as like fibromyalgia. But for me personally, I just feel like I just feel like science and like medicine, they haven't really like delved deep into like the fibromyalgia. So they're like making like all these assumptions without proper like real proper like research. So they're like, well, then they start like, talking to people like mentally, and be like, well, this and that, and oh, but you have past trauma. And then they talk to another one that's suffering from fibromyalgia. Oh, you had past trauma. So then like they're like trying to put the link to like, well, all these people had past trauma, so we're just gonna like automatically like assume that. I just feel like there's something more to that, and they haven't like properly like vested enough time into like properly like figuring out why like there's millions and millions of people worldwide that suffer from this. And I just don't think it's just trauma. I think everybody has trauma. So why does one person have trauma and then this person has trauma, but this person develops fibromyalgia and this one doesn't? So I just feel like there's more than, I just feel like it's not past trauma, because everybody has trials and tribulations. Everybody had a loved one die. Everybody, there's so many people that suffer. I mean, look at my husband. I'm like, he's been through a lot and he's not a sufferer of fibromyalgia. I've known people that lost their whole family, and they're the only lone survivor, and they don't have fibromyalgia, but here I have fibromyalgia. So I don't really want to believe that. I just feel like sometimes they get lazy in like the research, and then I feel like they put more emphasis on like other diseases. Because I was a survivor of cancer. I had like the ovarian cancer and I had to get surgery. But I just feel like with like heart disease and like cancer, like any type of cancer, like any other diseases, they put more emphasis in. They're gonna do more research. They're gonna put more money into it. But there's other ones that they don't. So it's just like I feel like the fibromyalgia is one of those that falls into that category. And my neurologist says that she knows 100% that I have multiple sclerosis. And the multiple sclerosis, one of the side effects, if that's the kind of word that you want to put, is the ringing of the ear, the tinnitus. Also, the fibromyalgia is the onset of multiple sclerosis, and like my vision's gotten severely bad, so that's part of that. They wanted me to do like a procedure that I've done before. It's the lumbar puncture, where they drain fluids out of your spinal cord for the multiple sclerosis. But I had that done before and I wound up getting a really bad headache, and I wound up having to get a blood patch where they take blood from like your hands, like your own proper blood, and then they inject they take like the same needle that you would do to an epidural. They would do that, and they would feed you back your own blood. And then your blood, once it goes in you, it coagulates and it develops like a seal, and then you're able to it's able to stop like the headaches or whatever. It's supposed to help that, but I was out of commission for over a month the last time that happened, and the headache was so bad that I saw that, like, how bad that was, so I didn't get it the second time around. I know my neurologist, she was kind of like upset that I didn't get it done, but she didn't know how I felt the first time it was done on me, and I just refused to do it. I know it's something for the better cause to like make me feel better, but no. And I kind of stopped taking my medication to help me with the pains and everything, because the medication that they gave me was very, 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 very intense. I winded up getting and being subscribed a really high dose of naproxen, if I'm saying it right. And then the Flexor was like, it helps with like the muscle spasms, and it helps like it's like it kind of like calms you down. At first I really liked it. And then what had winded up happening is I felt like I was smoking weed without the hallucinating like without me like feeling like psychedelic, without giving me the psychedelic feeling of the weed. It just made me feel, but if I still felt like I smoked a pot, but without that psychedelic feeling, but I still felt like certain, like a little bit of it. Like it was so weird. And then like I started liking it. And then I started developing a codependency on that medication, because it was a really high dose. Because, like I said, I at a point in time I had to like use a walker, and I wasn't balanced right. My speech was bad. Like I had like a whole neurological like issue, um, and it was like horrible. So I was just like, I was taking more of that medication than what was actually prescribed for me. Like, and I didn't like that feeling. And I didn't like the feeling that I was feeling, like always, like it was making me happy. I was extra happy, but I didn't feel like I was present. I didn't feel like I was present. I didn't feel like I was enjoying the moment, like and like immersing like everything and conversations with people and stuff like that. I didn't really like it. So I just I just stopped the medication like entirely. I mean, I do um take Tylenol. It really doesn't do much, but I just take it, like, and stuff like that. But it's just like, and then like like some antidepressants help with it, but um those antidepressants, they have like really bad side effects on top of that. Like they put me on an antidepressant. I really don't know like how to pronounce the name. Um but I was put on an antidepressant, but that antidepressant ended up making my stomach worse, which made me more nauseous and gave me diarrhea. And I didn't really like it at all. So I'm like, I refuse to take it. Um because I just don't like the side effects, and it was like I didn't feel hungry. I wasn't really eating well. I wasn't like It was just horrible. Like it's just and you just um and I almost felt like that antidepressant was actually like making my spasms worse. So I'm like, I have muscle spasms, and then I have all these other stuff, and you're giving me a medication that essentially you said that was going to even stop my spasms, but it made it worse. So I refused to take it. Um so right now I'm trying to like do research on like more like holistic, or like um not even so much holistic, but like natural stuff. Because I don't know, right in the comments section, um if you guys agree with me, but I also agree like some certain foods make it worse. um I love broccoli, and I had broccoli twice this week. um and I'm in a lot of pain, whereas a couple weeks ago I didn't eat any broccoli and my pain was a little bit better. But I love my vegetables. There's not one vegetable I don't like. I like Brussels sprouts, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, eggplants, like you name it, like zucchini squash, like eggplant, tajota squash, like any kind of like endive, bok choy, romaine lettuce, like cabbage, like you name it, I eat it. Like every fruit I eat, like my greens, I have no problems. Peas, corn, carrots, like I eat everything. You name it. Beets, radishes, like you name it, I eat it. I love my food. Culinary arts is my passion. But it's just something that I'm starting to realize. If I eat dark chocolate, like 100% chocolate, I'm fine. But then like the more diluted the chocolate gets, like the more sugar and all these nasty stuff, and like like the non 100% chocolate, it gets like, ugh, white chocolate. Ugh. So I'm finding like links to like food that, so I'm like, but I just like my food. So I'm just, or I'm gonna like start doing more research and like pinpoint like what kinds of foods trigger it. Like what makes it better. Like I know when I take hot showers, it's soothing, so it kind of helps. So I like, that kind of like helps me out a little bit. And I feel like if I don't take my hot showers before I go to bed, I sleep less. But when I take hot showers, it soothes me more, so I'm able to get a restful night's sleep. Now, I have a conundrum where if I drink like warm milk at night, it makes me sleep better. But the thing is, I'm lactose intolerant. So the next morning, I'm in the toilet. So it's like, which side effects do I want to have? Do I want to take the side effect of being able to sleep, which I don't really find a side effect. I find it better that I'm able to get a better night's sleep and a better quality sleep because, I'm drinking the warm milk, or have the side effect of waking up and being in the toilet and my stomach hurting and my GERD being worse. So it's like, I gotta make those decisions. And I feel like the warm milk, it's like a psychological thing that's happening to me because, when you're a baby, you drink a little warm milk, you get your formula warm and everything, you drink it, you're soothed. And then like when you grow up, like when you're a toddler, your mom makes you warm, like you get out of the formula, but your mom still warms up the milk and they give it to you like in a sippy cup and you're drinking that milk before you go to bed. So it's like, it's almost like your body reverting to that baby state. It's like something psychological that's going in human brains that are like associating like, oh, bedtime, it's dark, you're snuggled in your bed, you're drinking warm milk. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a safety thing. So it makes you go to sleep more. So that's what's going on, and stuff. But yeah, this is just a struggle. Um, it's becoming more daylight. Finally, I don't even think I'm gonna go back to bed at this point. Later on today, I want to do like at least 3 loads of laundry. I want to like wipe down like, the bathroom, and like I do want to relax too. You know what I mean? Because I have work tomorrow. So I kind of like want to relax. I'm going to get the boys' clothes ready for tomorrow. I'm going to get my clothes ready for work tomorrow. And just call it a day. I don't know. I might go to bed if I see that it's like 12 in the afternoon. I'm going to try to stay up awake, because if I don't, then I'm not going to get a good night's sleep. But like I said, I wanted to come on here to show you like a little bit, because I didn't really record me tossing and turning and like the ows and like the pain. I want to say ow on here because I'm in a lot of pain right now. But I wanted to record how it is like so early in the morning, and being up awake and just coming in here and just talking about the fibromyalgia and like everything that's going on with me. Because like I said, I wanted to bring you guys into my life and let you guys know, and come into just hop on in the car and go on the passenger side and take a ride with me in my life. And but for you new viewers, just hit the subscribe button. And I want to do more pillow talk and just talk about stuff that's going on in the world. I know that there's war going on between Russia and Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. My thoughts and prayers go out to you. I love you guys all. I'll be keeping you guys in my prayers. It's just really discerning what's going on. Vladimir Putin, it's not okay, bro, what you're doing. Russia, it's a topic that I'm going to bring up before. I might just like eat and talk about that in a later video of what my thoughts on that, but I don't want to talk about that and make this video even longer. But I'm going to leave this at that. I am going to fully get up. I'm probably going to brush my teeth because at this point I don't even know if I'm going to go back to sleep. I'm just in too much pain. I might make me a little my first cup of coffee. Might as well have like two. I'm probably going to have like 2 cups, like one now and then one later, but I'm going to go brush my teeth, have me my first cup of coffee for the day, and then I might just record another video on my thoughts on Russia and this war that I think is really archaic. But like I said before, be kind to one another, wear your heart in that sleeve. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep cramming up these videos. At least have one every day if I can. And that's why it's very important to subscribe. Tickle that bell icon so you get notified of my future videos. I love you. And peace out.